fucking hoes and popping pillies, man, I feel just like a rock star.
North of Italy, where today's practice session is about to start for this weekend's Italian Grand Prix.
Hey guys, my name's Gaming and today I'm back with another video, and today I'm back with part 13 of my F1 2017 Saving Palmer's career mode. So turn to the Italian Grand Prix. Not one of my favourite tracks, I find it a bit boring. The actual layout at least, but it's alright for racing, I guess. Yeah. But in practice, we're only going to get set like lap times on the medium tyres to see how, like, if it's worth going on them into the race. I'm not sure if we will or not. We have to find out when the time comes in the race. But yeah, hope you guys have enjoyed the little more boost of completion of the series. At the moment, I'm only really doing them because I can't record or edit F1 2017-18 career mode. So yeah, but we set a 126.7. I'm pretty sure it says on the super soft tyres actually. Actually, no, I think it was on the mediums, and we went on super soft tyres and we set 124.999. So that's pretty good. We're only 2/10 off of what Kimi Raikkonen set, and we come 4th in the practice session. But I'm not expecting to be any higher than that in the actual race, but we're in the qualifying. But speaking of which, let's go into qualifying for the Italian Grand Prix. I'm not expecting to get a really good. I don't want to be pole. I don't expect that. My car is definitely not fast enough. But in Q1, we do set a 124.4, which gets us in 3rd place in Q1. So maybe this weekend is looking quite strong for us. We had a really strong race in Belgium. If you saw that, if you haven't, go watch that now because I'm going to ruin it for you. And we did win it. So maybe we can continue that form in this Grand Prix. That'd be fantastic. But in the first sector on Q2 lap time, we set a 27. Second sector point something. I didn't actually get to see what the point was. We're actually a 10th faster than Kimi Raikkonen in the first second sector. So maybe we're in for a very good lap time. I've actually got Carlos Sainz as a slipstream. We do actually pull out of his slipstream. We're actually 3rd with a 124.3, and we're currently faster than Sainz, but we've had a little bit of a mishap there as we tried to pass him. So we've accidentally spun out. I'm not really sure what I was doing here. I think it's my fault. But yeah, I come out of his slipstream and then went back into it and then hit the back of him and spun out. So yeah, but we do actually make it through in P4. Hulkenberg actually going to be starting the Grand Prix in P14. So I'm not sure what's happened to him. If we got through, then he must have got through. But we are having like a really low drag setup for this Grand Prix as well. So that might be a reason why, helping us get through. In Q3, this is our full lap time. In the first chicane, we've messed that up a little bit on the entrance, so that's a bit of a shame. But now Curva Grande, the racing line goes out wide on the left, but I'm actually going to sit to the right hand side of the tracks. It's actually faster, I think anyway. We set a 27.2 in the first sector. That's actually slower than our Q2 lap time. So, I'm not really sure if it's going to be a good lap time. Max Verstappen goes faster with 125.1. So, hey ho. But Sebastian Vettel smashes that by at least 5/10. I think about 6/10 he smashed that by. So, he's on provisional pole as it stands. But we're coming down to the end of the second sector. And are we going to be faster or slower? We're actually faster than Sebastian Vettel in that middle sector. But we're still trying to gain that time back from the first couple of corners. So, that really harmed our lap time. But Lewis Hamilton sets a 123.5. He's absolutely destroyed Sebastian Vettel's time, let alone Max Verstappen. So yeah, he's definitely going to be on pole. The Mercedes doing very well around this track. Speaking of which, sorry about that, I got hiccups. Up to the line, we set a 124.4, so we actually go faster than Sebastian Vettel, so that's pretty good. And we are actually going to go for the second lap time, but we accidentally run out of time. I left it a bit too late, but we are going to be starting the Italian Grand Prix from P6, so that's actually a pretty decent result for the Renault team. I think if we had one more run, we probably could have got Perez, maybe Bottas, because we lost about 2/10 in that first couple of corners, so I think 2/10 would have got us, well actually it would have got us 3rd place, so I would think I should have gone on for another lap time, but actually, Lewis Hamilton was nearly a second faster than the rest of the grid. Like, I want to see what his lap time. That's a pretty good lap time. Anyway, let's go into the race for the Italian Grand Prix. Hopefully we can make this really good qualifying into a good result. But let's go into the race for the Italian Grand Prix.
Down below us on the grid, one man who's no stranger to the pre-race pressure is Anthony Davidson, who joins me in the commentary box today. Great to have you with us, Ant. I'm sure you can tell us all about what goes through a driver's head before lights out.
But from the moment qualifying's over, you start to feel the adrenaline in your body build up and the buzz in your stomach as you anticipate the run down into turn one. It's all a bit like going into battle, and the unknown situation makes you nervous. Those pre-race nerves are a good thing. The day you don't have them means that you don't care anymore. And of course you have to make sure that all the procedures are second nature to you, so that they're not taking up too much of your capacity.
So before the off, let's remind ourselves of yesterday's qualifying session with a look at the starting grid. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position, with Sebastian Vettel starting alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Raikkonen, Bottas, Sergio Perez, and Palmer, Ocon, Ricciardo, Verstappen, and Roman Grosjean. Massa, Sainz, Lance Stroll, and Hülkenberg, Magnussen, Kvyat, Stoffel van Dorn, and Fernando Alonso. Wehrlein and Marcus Ericsson rounds off the grid. Now it's almost time to lights out, so let's go down to the track.
So here we are, sat on the grid ahead of the Italian Grand Prix. It's going to be a one-stop strategy. We are going to go on to the medium tyres, so that practice we did in practice is going to help us quite a lot there. We're going to be, it's going to be the one-stop. Hopefully we can gain some positions from this one-stop. So I'm pretty sure most cars are going to go on to the two-stop, the super softs. Softs. So yeah, hopefully we can at least get, by the time we get to turn 1 I want to be in front of Perez, because I mean the AI aren't pretty strong, are really weak on the first lap, so that's going to be our best chance of getting some positions. I'm not expecting to beat the Ferraris and the two Mercedes, because they are like the two strongest drivers and cars on the grid, so that's going to be a challenge to beat them, but Perez is going to be our main target, especially as he's a Force India, and especially as we're pretty much battling him for the Constructors' Championship. So yeah, that's going to be a very good battle, I hope. Hülkenberg needs to gain some positions. Red Bull didn't actually have a very good qualifying session, as you saw there, but really far behind us. On the grid, so that's not going to be the best for them. I'm not sure where they are in. I think they're third in the Constructors' Championship. I think we could beat them in this Grand Prix. We've got 5 lights. The lights out, and away we go for the Italian Grand Prix. And we have a very awful start. Ocon's already managed to get past us, so here comes Max Verstappen. Already dropped down to P8. But going into turn 1, we're going to be up the inside of the two Force Indias, maybe Verstappen as well as Bottas and Kimi Raikkonen. And we've moved up into P3. Actually it's Sebastian Vettel. We've actually gained 5 positions into the first corner. So that's a fantastic start from us. Fantastic turn 1 for us. So yeah, that's a fantastic start. And we're actually going to go up the inside to the second chicane. We're up into P2 of the Italian Grand Prix. But here comes Kimi Raikkonen on lap 3. We've got 51 laps to go. For the Italian Grand Prix. Here comes Kimi Raikkonen around the inside into Ascari. We've gone very wide onto the massive curb. Thank God there's not gravel there. Well, there is gravel there, but thank God it's a bit further down. But let's have another look at that again. Down the long straight, the DRS straight. There's no DRS. Actually, there was DRS for this bit. Side by side into Ascari. We've gone very wide, but we've managed to keep P2 ahead of the finished driver. But down the back straight, he's going to have slipstream. He's not going to have any DRS because there's no DRS on this straight. But here he comes into Parabolica. Is he going to have a chance? No, but he's going to set me up for the start-finish straight. Pretty sure anyway. That's what I would do if I was trying to overtake someone. Lewis Hamilton's already on to lap 2. So he's gaining... well, he's over for 3 seconds faster than, up the road than us. So he's going to be a very big challenge to overtake if we are trying to go for the win. But into turn 1, Kimi Raikkonen just backs off on the brakes and pretty much gives us P2 back, so that's a bit unfortunate. But now a lap later into Parabolica, he's setting us up for another move. He's actually going to go up the inside around Parabolica And this might actually... He's already got DRS off of us though. So even if he doesn't get us down this long straight, he's still going to have DRS. Speaking of which, now he has open. And he's going to have the slipstream as well. But here comes... Look at Bottas in the background. He's actually catching us up. So this battling is really like hindering our day. I should probably let him go. But this is for P2. I feel like we could keep P2 in this Grand Prix. We're on the one stop, so it's not really that bad. Tyre wear isn't going to be the worst problem in the world. So... I feel like we could defend this position. I mean, it's going to be a challenge, but I still think we can defend it. But lap 15, our tyres and 52%, they are not very good. So that's a bit of a shame. But I think actually Kimi Raikkonen's already stopped for his pit stops. So let's give him Bottas P3, and Bottas is now having a go at us. He's in a much faster Mercedes, so. Yeah, it's harder to keep him behind. But into Ascari, we do manage to have a little bit of contact, but we managed to keep Bottas behind. So, lap 16, are we going to be coming to the pits at the end of this lap? I don't think we will be, because I think these tyres can go a little bit longer. Especially as we have to take the mediums all the way to the end. It's going to be more of a challenge towards the end of the Grand Prix if we pit now. But Bottas is still having a look at us into turn 1. But the AI just seems to back off into the braking zone. I seem to be so much better than the AI in the braking zone. So, not sure what's going on there. But down the run down to Ascari, there's yellow flags. As Valtteri Bottas, his engine's blown up and he's span out. I'm not sure if that was my fault he span out, but his engine was already blown up. So, he's already going to be out of the race. So that's one person to not worry about. But another person to worry about is Sebastian Vettel, who's locked up into Ascari, and I'm not sure what's happened to him. God knows what happened to him, but our tyres are nearly dead, so we're going to come into the pits a bit earlier than we expected. Yeah, it's not really the best. 61% I think our tyres were on, our highest tyre anyway. We've already been, I think the Force India is actually going on for the one stop too. So we're actually coming ahead of them. So this is actually going to be quite good, because they're going to still have to pit. Kimi Raikkonen's already pitted and has got back ahead. Kimi Raikkonen's actually jumped us, so that's a bit of a shame. But as long as we can keep within a pit window on Kimi Raikkonen, then we should be able to get another position, because he has got to stop again because he's gone on the super softs. So I guess he's going to go on to another set of softs. But our teammates now have passed us for P9 on the exit of the pit, so going on to lap 20. We're going to have the rich mixed slipstream and DRS down to the start finish straight on the run down to turn 1. Sorry if you can hear like some rustling, it's my laptop moving. But we managed to overtake Nico Hulkenberg for P9, and I'm back in front of my teammate. So that's fantastic. As long as we beat him, then it doesn't really matter. But Kimi Raikkonen is now into the pits, going onto the soft tyres. He's going to take them 33 laps, so that's a bit of a gamble, but hey ho. We've now managed to get some more people in the pits. The Vettel's now, he's actually lost quite a lot of time behind us, because he's got quite a big gap. Occon's now in the pits, Daniel Ricciardo as well, and Max Verstappen stayed out, so we're now in P3, back fighting for P3, and this is a legitimate P3, as Verstappen now pits. But Lewis Hamilton's already pitted, and he's already at the end of the first sector, so this fantastic pace from the from Hamilton. But at 31, here comes Daniel Ricciardo, fighting for P2. He's going to go down the inside of Ascari. We've cut across and we spun him out, so that's always what you want to see. Great. This seems to be like the best place for overtaking for the AI. They always have a really good run through the Lesmos, down this Ascari, like straight to Ascari. But here comes Kimi Raikkonen now. He's managed to catch us up. He's gone round the outside into Ascari, and we've had a little bit of contact, and we managed to keep P2 from the Finnish driver. There's only 14 laps to go, so hopefully we can hold him off for a little bit longer. But the next lap, here he comes again, down the back straight. He's going to have the inside line of Parabolica. He's actually like lifted off a bit there, but on the exit, he's had a massive, like really good exit. He's got more grip than us. Our medium tyres are starting to wear. We're squeezing him off the track. He's still got the DRS, but we're actually going faster than him down the long straight, down the start-finish straight. But we're going to defend the inside line. He's gone for the outside line around turn 1, but we've managed to keep the position from the Finnish driver. I wonder how many times I've said finish driver this episode. I feel like four or 5 times. I'm not sure, but here we go. Once again, lap 41, down into Ascari. He's gone around the outside line again, but he's just lifted off as we've kept P2 ahead of the driver. So this is fantastic racing from the two of us, in my opinion. We've got 10 laps to go, and now he's going around the outside into turn 1. He's going to have a look at it. I don't think he will. We're actually catching Hamilton. I'm pretty sure that is Hamilton, as you just saw in the distance. I might be wrong. It might be one of the Williams. I'm not sure. But lap 48, the bloody Tifosi is going to be really mad at us. We're holding up the 2 Ferraris for a double podium. It's actually a Sauber, as you can see there. We're holding up the bloody 2 Ferraris for a 2-3. So the Tifosi, we have to leave this Grand Prix in a bloody stretch limo with blacked out windows and stuff. Like, what is going on? How, like... and now we've spanned bloody Kimi Räikkönen out, so we are definitely on the hit list for one of the Tifosi's people. So that's not what you want to see. That's not exactly what you want to do at Italy, especially to the Ferrari. But now Lance Stroll's out of the Grand Prix, so that's an extra car not to lap. But lap 52, 1.5 laps to go. Here comes Sebastian Vettel down to Ascari. We've actually managed to out-drag him somehow, so I'm not really sure what's going on there. He's definitely got a faster car than us, so that's a bit of a shock. But now at 53, Lewis Hamilton wins the Italian Grand Prix, so congratulations to him. I'm pretty sure he won it in real life as well. But we have 4 more corners to go. Vettel's only got 2 more chances to get this lead, and this is one of his chances now. He's down to Ascari. He's going round the outside. We've squeezed him out, and we managed to keep P2. He's only got 1 more chance, but he's had a very poor exit over Ascari, so I don't think he's going to be able to do it. So around the last corner, Parabolica, up to the line. Is he going to have a little bit of a slipstream on us? We're weaving along the track, and we're going to come home for a fantastic P2 in the Italian Grand Prix. We had a fight for that so much, but we've come home from a fantastic P2. Especially at a Grand Prix, I thought we definitely wouldn't get a podium. I mean, when I started this season, I didn't think I would get a podium at all in the Renault, but hey ho, we've managed to get like 3 or 4. I think this is actually, I think this is our 4th podium. We got 3rd place in Australia because of a weird glitch, if you remember, all the way back. That was nearly a year ago. I started this series a year ago, and I'm only just like, I'm not even finished yet. So that's a fantastic stat. That goes to show how good of a YouTuber I am. It's 51 minutes behind. Bloody 51 minutes. Are you mad? 51 seconds behind Lewis Hamilton after he crossed the line. So that's fantastic. But Esteban Ocon come 4th. So that's a fantastic result for the Frenchman. Grosjean 5th as well. That was very good. The 2 Red Bulls 6th and 7th. K-Mag was 8th. Kimi Räikkönen actually come 9th. My teammate comes 10th. So that's fantastic. We've actually moved ahead of Kimi Räikkönen in the Drivers' Championship by 8 points, and we're only 14 points behind Sebastian Vettel, so maybe we might be able to jump him heading into the final couple of rounds for I think we've got like 8 more races, like less than 8 more races left. You've got Singapore, Malaysia, Japan, USA, Mexico, Brazil. We've got 7 more races, I'm pretty sure, so to try and overtake Max Verstappen. In the Constructors' Championship, we are actually really close to Red Bull. I think that's only 14 points between Red Bull and Renault. So hopefully Nico Hülkenberg can get some decent positions going into the final 7 races of the season. And hopefully Red Bull really have really bad races. But anyway, that is going to be the end of this episode. I've been CJH Gaming. I hope to see you in Singapore, where I feel like we're going to struggle. So yeah, I've been CJH Gaming, and I'll see you in Singapore under the floodlights. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.